Okay, for shared preferences color, we'll start with the design interface. So we have one text view, one edit text, another text view, one seek bar, one text view, and then three radio button grouped in a radio group, and also two other buttons. So in the code, we're using linear layout, and we change the orientation to vertical, and the background is all black. So next is the first text view, which is enter your message, and the text color is white in contrast of the black background. Text size 25 sp. Next is the edit text, which is the empty field, which is in background is white and the text color will be in black. Next is the text view for adjust font size. So text color is white. And then next is the seek bar. Seek bar, we use ID seek bar. And then we have another text view, which is to select font color, text color in white. Then we have the radio group, to group the three radio buttons. So radio group background is in white. And then we have a radio button for text red, and on click will change color, just a method. And then we have another text radio button which text blue, on click change color, and last is a green, change color. So and then finally we have two more buttons. One is to save settings, and another one is to clear the settings. So on click for save settings is method save setting, and for clear settings it is clear settings. So and then we close our linear layout. Then we go to string. So for string we have our app name and the other app preference file, app font size, app font color, and also text info. Okay, so now let's go to main activity. In the main activity, we imported all our Android, OS bundle, UTView, widget, and also tools. And then we have our main public class main activity. So we have the variable for edit text, seek bar, and then for font size is float, and then string for font color and text info. So on our on create, we used et_message for the ID as for the first edit text, which is message, and then for seek bar we ID it as seek bar, and then we have shared preferences to the main activity.this. So it will go to the app file. Mode private means only when the application is clicked it will start to be accessed. And then we have text info, which default value is null, empty. And then we have et text message, set text as text info. So the set text will be the text info inputted. And then we have font size, which is in float and default value is in 25. Font color, default value is nothing. And finally et message, which is a typed value which user will input. Okay, so for font size, if font size is 25, which is the default value, seek bar will be in 0. Else, it will increase according to the font size user input, which a user will pull and drag. Next, for if font color, if it equals to red, then the color will be in red hex code, and green will be in green. The text set text will be in green and red. And then we have the seek bar, which is the bar to change the font size. So when it is used, so this is the method for when the seek bar is changed, the drag when user pull. So when progress is changed, the text message, the edit text message size will change and will progress. And on start it will be in empty because it'll be in default. And then on stop means the font size will be in what it has been stopped. And then we have public void for change color, which is used for the button change color, and change color. So for ID is red, we will change text color to the hex code for red, and font color means red. And then for blue, same, and also for green. Use switch case, so it'll be easier. Then lastly is for the two buttons, save settings and clear settings. We used save settings and clear settings. So for this, we use shared preferences for main activity this, and mode private, which means only when the application is accessed. So and then we use editor, which means can be edit, and then we put float for font size, put string for font color, and also string for the text that we apply. And then we apply, and then we make a toast. When user click on the button, settings have been saved will come up. And then next is for public void clear settings, same, but this time is all of the editor will be clear and cleared, and the cleared will be applied. So and then the toast will be settings have been cleared. So next I will show the output. Okay, so for flat file application is first in the design interface. We have one edit text, two buttons, and one more is a text view. Okay, so for the code, we use a linear layout and we make the orientation as vertical. And then we have the first edit text, we make the ID as ET input, and then the hint is type here to save on SD card. And then we have another linear layout inside the linear layout for the two buttons. So this one, the orientation is horizontal. Before this was in vertical. So for the two buttons, first is btn load and second is btn save. So and then text is load and save. So the color for both of the button is white. Then we close our linear layout for the button. And then we have a scroll view for one text view, and the text will be empty, but ID is TV load. Let's close scroll view and then close linear layout. Next we go to main activity. So in main activity we import all the Android and also Java files we will use. So in public class main activity we have the button btn save, btn load for edit text, text views, and then we have for string, which is string, file name, file path, and file content, which we will create ourselves. So on create we will for all the buttons and the elements that we use. So btn save, find view by btn save, btn load, et input, tv load. Then for file name we will save put it as myfile.txt, and file path will be under myfile.dir directory. Okay, so for if expression is external storage available for RW, btn save.enable false. So when we open the app, the btn button save will not be able to be clicked first. And then so for button save, on click we will use TV load, which is the text view, set text will be empty, and then the file content will be the edit text, input, and get text to string, which means the user input will be saved as the file content. So if explanation file content equals to empty, file my external file equals to file path file name, which we already saved as, and then we put the file output stream fos. Fos is a variable name equals to null, and then we'll try to have a new file output my external file, which is this file path and file name, and then we write the file content, which is the input from user. So we try to catch if file not found exception or IO exception is print stack trace. Then finally we put edit text input dot set text as empty, and then we will make a toast, information saved to SD card. If the file content user input is empty, this means is not empty. If it is empty, then we have else, toast to make text field cannot be empty. Okay, so next is a button load. So on click listener, we have file reader. This now was file output stream, now file reader. So for file reader is also same file path and file name we declared earlier, and the string builder is to read the strings user inputted. So we try for this is to fr equals to new file reader my external file, and then buffer reader string line, and then while line is not null, So we will use the string builder to append a line and put a new line, and then line will be read line. And then catch for file not found exception and IO exception, we print stack trace. And then finally we have we put string file contents equals to file contents, and then new line, and string builder user input tv load. And then last is our private boolean is external storage available for RW. So this is the environment for the Android. So get external storage state, and then if the storage state is media mounted, which means there is storage, we will return true, which means we will have a new file. If not, means we will return false. So next is the output. Okay, so now to see the file that we saved in the Android Studio version, we can go to View, Tool Window, Device File Explorer. So this is my device, which is a Vivo mobile, and then we go to Storage, and then go to Self, and then Primary, because the media mounted is a primary, and then this is all under the Android, and then we go to Android. So we have data, and then this under here we can look for the file flat file. So okay, and then files, and then my file directory which we declared for the file path, and then the file name is the one we declared also, my file.txt. So if we open, so hello, welcome. Okay, thank you.